Okay. We're live now, so I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Put the link in the chat for you guys to share. Hold on for a second. But in the meantime, can you two introduce yourselves to the audience and let the audience know exactly what you do, what business you have? Just, give the audience a little bit of information about yourself.
Ariel, go first.
I don't see the stuff in the chat.
Hold
Cool.
on.
All right, hi you guys. My name is Ariel. I am a black business owner. I have a liquor business that goes into strictly drinks, and I have treats that absorb liquor as well. So I do Jello shots, soaked fruit. I have a variety of drinks from margaritas, Long Island, jungle juices, and those are all year round. But then I do have drinks that are seasonal, and I do Halloween drinks. And now, because it's winter, I have a winter line of drinks, and you can buy them either cold drinks or warm drinks or both, or you can choose to heat them up or drink them the way that they are. I do parties, events, and I offer a variety of pictures and dispensers for drinks. Both at the parties or whether I come and make drinks there on site. Um, yeah. Kiara, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Kiara Williams. I am the CEO of Kelux Cosmetics. Well, Kelux LLC. Right now, it's a cosmetic line. It started off as a hair business that like dabbled into cosmetics and accessories, but I've kind of fully rebranched, and I am launching like my first set of full cosmetics actually this upcoming week. So like eyeshadow palettes, I've always sold lashes, I do lip gloss, I have lipsticks, liners. Not you name it, I got it, but I got a lot of stuff. So over time, I'm looking to expand it into something much bigger. But yes, that's where I'm at right now. I am from the south suburbs of Chicago, and right now I'm in law school in Houston. So that's just a little bit about me.
Okay.
My mic was moving. I said, woo!
Okay. So,
I'm going back to my master's to y'all be a criminal justice in my master's, and I'm gonna be in linguistics. I sign, I speak Spanish, I'm learning Hindu and Punjabi, so them terrorists and all that other stuff, them government jobs, they gonna need me because I'm able to translate that. Period. Cool,
okay.
back to you.
Okay, that's good. Two young black women, entrepreneurs doing your thing. You got your business going on. Let me ask you, how long have you guys had your business?
I'll go first. I was acting in business about 2 years. Last summer, I ventured into doing this as a part-time thing, and this summer, going into this winter, now 2020, has made it 2 years that I've been venturing in my liquor business.
Okay.
Mine has been almost, I guess, going on 2 years as well. I started in January of 2019. Um, so it's crazy because the time is flying. I always feel like it's been so much longer than just a year. But yeah, I'm going on 2 years as well.
Okay. Now, can I ask what exactly made you want to start a business? Was it just a hobby that you picked up, or were you like, oh, okay, I can make some money with this? Or did you think of, like, oh, actually, I want to start a business, and did you look for something? What inspired you to start this on this path? What put you on this path?
So I'll go first. For me, my parents are entrepreneurs, so it was something that I was always aware existed, but I never really thought about taking that path into my own hands because I guess when I looked at entrepreneurship, I just looked at what they did and it wasn't per se what I wanted to do. And then like going through school and stuff, you always are told you're supposed to go to college, even though most people don't really benefit from it the way you think they should. So I went through college. I had attempted to start selling hair in college through like someone else, and that was very short lived because I just didn't put the actual effort into it. Instead of working for myself in college, I worked several other jobs. So I've always worked, but it just wasn't for myself. I decided to start my business after I graduated. I was taking time off before going to law school, and I was in cosmetology school at the time. So watching my parents' business go from like being like really up there, well known, like just taking off and doing really well in the community and being one of the first black owned barber schools in our area. Over time that slowly started to like decline. The generations have changed. A lot of people do things without a license now. You also have more businesses that are becoming available, like shops and barber schools. So it kind of sparked my interest, just wanting to help my parents get back into the business industry. Like they're still in it, but just helping them bring their businesses back to life. So I tried to start my own form of a beauty business that I felt like resonated with me. So that's kind of where it started from, and then it just took off, and I started to make it into more of something that I could like value and appreciate more. I don't wear wig as much, so me selling hair, it was like it was cool because I wear it, I'm familiar with it, I know about it. But I felt like it was something better for someone else who actually can like promote what they do. So I had to find my own like specialty or like what resonated with me. And it started with lip gloss because people know I love lip gloss, and then it started to become something bigger. Like so everything I have right now in my business is something that I literally wear myself, like that I do on my own time and wear when I'm going out, when I want to look cute, all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's where mine came from.
Okay. So you have a connection to it. It's not like I can find some way to make money, but you actually are very interested in makeup and the stuff like that. You're very.
Yes.
I can tell you're very passionate about that. Let me see. Hold on. Is some people are saying that it's difficult to hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're saying it's difficult. Do you have a
I can try to put my AirPods
okay? Because I'm they
in.
yeah they're saying it's like you're echoing or something.
Okay.
Let me know when it's my turn to go through. I'm
Okay, I
ready.
will.
Is it better now? I put my AirPods in.
Is it better now, people? The people listening, I'm waiting now.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Yes,
I'm
it's
gonna
better.
talk and for a little bit until they text me. Um, I think it's very good that you were inspired by your parents, and I think that's what a lot of people should. A lot of people should take what their parents do and they should expound on it. And the fact that it's not like you didn't ride the coattails of your parents. You use your parents as motivation to kind of inspire you to do your own thing and to work for yourself. And I find that inspirational. I think that's what a lot of young black people need: entrepreneurship and the motivation to start their own business, their own enterprise. Can you guys hear her now? Can you hear her now? Let's see.
Mic check. 1, 2. Because I'm on my iPad, so it's like sitting in front of me, so that's probably why it's not like directly close to it. So I feel like my AirPods should help. If not, I'm gonna have to call Apple and get my money back.
They're saying they can hear you better, but it's a little low. Can you guys hear Ariel? Ariel, can you say something so they can hear you?
Hi guys!
She's yelling. That's not fair. She's yelling.
Once again, I can yell too. I'm on vacation and I'm drinking. Woo! So
She's
I'm
drinking
listening
her own
live.
liquor.
My
Oh,
weekend is
okay. Let me
this
see.
period. But don't get it twisted. I am very educated and I am a
That's
businesswoman that I
very
will
interesting.
put that
Hold on.
check
Let me
real
see.
quick. What was the question, Corey? How did we get started with this, right?
Yeah, I
What made you want to
added
start your
this.
business?
Okay. So
Hold on.
again, hi guys. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi. My name is Cookie. I have Cookie's Unique Drinks and Treats. I am a mobile liquor business. I also sold fruit gummy bears. I make Jello shots, so that is a true side to the business. Come up with some
What made you
families.
start it, sis? We know what you feel. Why you started?
They could have just tuned in, so I have to reintroduce myself. You know what Hope said, my name is Hope. Hey. But
Girl,
no,
first.
my name is Cookie, and what made me I want it live interview. Don't do that. So what made me want to start my liquor business? At first for me it was a quick hustle, but it's something that I could see for me working for myself in the long time. Liquor is always gonna be around and forever. And I'm one of the people that I like to drink at home,
Um,
and I'd rather get a nice value of my liquor for the price I'm paying. So I feel like I can go out and buy the bottles, watch the bam. You're gonna spend for two people. You're gonna spend about $12 to $15 per drink. They're in these little bitty cups and they're filled with ice. In my bottles, you get 16 to 2 liter bottles for your beverage, and there's no ice. It's a nice amount of liquor. So therefore, that was my passion for it. I'd rather get my bang for my buck. I don't want anything watered down or anything ice. Blood. I come from a family of drinkers, so it was inevitable. But I'm a businesswoman. I have many goals and many future plans, many plans in the future to start new businesses.
KJ, can you hear me? You no, you said it right. Yeah, I'm texting my brother. He's watching, so
okay,
they can't hear who? Cause
can you
Cookie's
guys hear?
muted. Cookie's on mute, so if they can't hear her, that's why. She muted eating pineapples.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's the fact that I have it on this or browser. Did I have it on last time?
It's probably ours. Trust me, I'm on Zoom all day for class, and my teachers say they can't never really hear me. I guess I just don't be talking that loud.
Okay, so
But I
is
can
it
try to speak up. I'll try to speak up.
okay? Is they're saying yes, it's better now, right? Can I get
Yeah, my
a
brother said
thumbs
it
up or
was.
something? Hmm. Because I can hear you guys fine. That's my thing. Okay. Somebody's saying we're good. Because I can hear you guys fine,
Great.
so I'm not sure. Nothing I'm doing is changing the audio on my end, so I'm really waiting on them. But they say they can hear you good. So,
Okay.
okay. Ariel, what you said was that, your family likes to drink and everybody likes to drink. Everybody you know likes to drink. So that's something you always thought was a good idea. People drink. Okay, thumbs. Yep, I got the thumbs up. All right, cool, cool. So continue where you started.
Yeah, you. Hey, my dog.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the audio, guys. I really couldn't.
I moved my phone. I'm sorry because y'all told me to pause. I'm sorry. I'm on vacation, y'all. But like I was saying, I was pretty much done for it. Having something that's in your family, something that you like to do, drinking is fun. It's not going anywhere. Liquor is going to be around forever and ever. I'm looking into the year 2021, 2022. I'm gonna get vending machines. I'm gonna put my liquor in barbershops, salons, grocery stores. Like I'm looking at it to possibly start a small storefront, like a little lounge. People can come, request stuff for events and parties. But if you want to drink in the moment, you can get it there. So I'm looking at the liquor business in a bigger perspective in my long term.
Okay. Okay. And that's one thing I feel like a lot of people mess up on. When they start something small, they tend to look at it like a hustle, and they kind of keep it small, because small is comfortable. When you got like a small little side thing, you can keep that small on the side just to give you a little extra cash, but they don't really have like the bigger picture. They don't really have an idea on how to make this like a big thing. I've met a lot of people who, and this is no shade, no shade at all. I've met a lot of people who sell t-shirts, and they custom t-shirts and stuff like that, and it's good. The t-shirts and the hoodies are nice quality for a decent price too, but it's just them and a t-shirt maker, and they don't have any vision. They've been doing it for a little bit of time, and they don't really have any vision on how they're gonna make that the bigger thing, how they're gonna turn the t-shirt little garage thing into like a big business. They kind of want to keep it as like a little side hustle. So I
So
think
with
it's
that,
very
to
important.
go on what you said, I feel like it's quick money. That is true, but they don't have anybody to push them and say, hey, you can do this long term. This can be something business, like get you a business plan, get you contracts to help you get t-shirt at wholesale value where you're getting it less than you can sell it more for yourself, or anybody to help you make a business plan. They're looking at it as fast money, like, oh, I want to be in the now, I want to be part of the trend set, I want to have a Gucci, Louis, Christian Dior, whatever the trend is now. They don't have somebody saying like, this can be something. You can be the next Hollister. You can be the next Gucci if you have a business plan and you set yourself up. Me and Kiara, we have a friend associate, a girl we went to high school with. Like her stuff started off small. She just customized t-shirts, little keychains, and now she opened a store. She has her own brand. So from what she did, she already put shit on t-shirts. She went and made a brand for herself. People are buying it, but this is what she did. She's true to this. She does Christmas ornaments. She does some of everything: topless mugs, Christmas blankets. She said she didn't want to work for anybody. She worked for a cleaning service. It was good. It was little money for now, but she said I can make my money working for myself. So if you have a goal, make vision boards, write that stuff down, manifest it. If you manifest it and say you want it, you can get it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making vision boards. I'm writing it down. I'm saying I want it. I'm saying I want it. I'm saying I want it. It's just like now. I said I wanted about. I signed up for my paperwork to do what I wanted, so I didn't have to pay for it. I'm about to buy me a dog. You true
Okay.
to this? You manifest it if you really want it, if you believe it, you can do it. So they have to believe in themselves. They have to set goal plans, and they have to see it fall through.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good. Can I ask a question? What would you say if somebody said, "I want to start like a small business. I want to, do." If they looked at you two and said, "I'm inspired to do my own thing," and they asked what advice you would give, what would you say? What would you say as somebody starting off? What are some things that you learned on your path to where you are now?
Okay, I'll go first because I see my sister is getting herself together to jump outside.
Yeah, I was
Promote
about to
yourself.
ask.
Promote.
No, my dog, he gotta use the bathroom. I gotta walk my
Oh,
dog.
okay.
I would say honestly, promote yourself, promote yourself, promote yourself, promote yourself, promote yourself. You will be discouraged. You're gonna have those who are gonna support you. You're gonna have those that are not gonna support you. You'll have those that will only support you just by sharing your posts or anything you put out there. And that's the first step. First step for me. Promote yourself, promote yourself, promote yourself. Because even when I got started, I was discouraged. I'm posting, and I'll have the people say, "Oh, are you selling drinks? Are you selling drinks? Are you selling drinks?" My posts continuously say, "I'm 7 days a week. If you want something, hit me up. If you want something, hit me up." I make everything fresh to order, and I promote myself every day, every day, every day. You just have to continue to promote yourself because it's people that's seeing you. It's people that's putting that word of mouth out for you. Even if they're not directly posting you, they're telling somebody, hey, my sis, my bro, my cousin, my sister, whatever you are to them, they make drinks. They do stuff at a reasonable price. They have different X, Y, and Z's for their business and different packages, whatever you want to call it, promotions, special sale. It's word of mouth. And I've been getting that a whole lot lately. I took it to my job that I work.
Okay. So then, can I ask, as far as promotion goes, which platform do you, in your specific business, do you feel like is the best for your business? Which platform, which social media platform, or which form of promotion is the most efficient?
Well, I've tried to set it up where I have everything connected, but for me, Facebook and Snapchat, text messages, like I said, it's just
Okay. Well, I guess she's in a hotel or something like that, and her thing is kind of off. So okay, until they get ready, she's saying promote yourself. She's saying that even when, because when I started this channel, it was I was really not trying to go big. I was not trying to turn this into. I wasn't trying to be this big YouTuber or anything like that. I'm really still not. But when you first start and you first share your videos to whoever you share it to, your closest people, whatever, or you make your post on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you don't expect a lot of views. It's not really gonna pop off the way you think it is. You're gonna have to keep working and keep promoting yourself, even when your posts only get like three likes, and you're gonna have to keep doing that every day because those 2, 3 likes, those are gonna become 10 likes, and then the 10 likes become 15 likes, and the 15 likes become 20, and then 30, and it's gonna just keep going by that. Word of mouth is also important too. You can share something on Instagram or Snapchat, but a lot of people skip through that, except the people who are very active with you. So to actually tell people, oh, my cousin is doing this, or my best friend is doing this, you should probably go check her out. My sister's doing this, you should probably go check her out. Though word of mouth is very important as well. Um, when they get ready, I'm gonna ask them a couple more questions. Word of mouth is very important. Don't be afraid to. You're gonna have to, when you're starting your business. You're definitely gonna have to have confidence in yourself. That's something that now I'm gonna get a little personal here. This is something that I was kind of not scared of. I was a little worried about because when I first started, I did not think that the quality was where it should be for me to like expose myself to people, for me to share, like, check this out. Because when I looked at the videos, I didn't like hearing my voice. I was like, oh, this is kind of amateurish, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully you guys have seen I've gotten better. I've gotten better from my first video and to now. And I keep all those videos up, even though I think that I can make a better version. I can remake them and make a better version. I keep those up because I want people to see my progression in quality. And you're just going to have to realize that when you start off, you're probably not going to be the best. Most likely, you're not going to be the best. But you need to keep going forward. You need to keep progressing and try to make sure that your quality is always improving. No matter if you have a lot of support or a little support, your quality has to always keep improving. Like, I did not plan on, when I first started my channel, I did not plan on doing live streams and stuff like that. I didn't think I was gonna do this, but now I'm doing this. So and I'm not big. I'm not big at all. But these are just small things that I hope you guys notice. So if you guys want to start a YouTube channel or you want to start a small business, I want you guys to notice that you're gonna have to progress, and it's gonna take a lot of work. You're gonna have days. I've had several days where I'm like, man, I made this video. I spent hours on it. It really didn't get a lot of likes. I don't really know if I want to keep doing this, and I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel like that too. I'm not sure what's going.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can. There's something with my computer. When you start your business and you don't get a lot of sales, it's you're probably not gonna get a lot of sales. You're probably not gonna get a lot of likes. Um, when you start, if you start making music, you might not get a lot of streams. If you start doing anything, you might not get a lot in the beginning, but you have to keep the persistence. You have to keep being consistent with it. You have to keep always thinking of ways to upgrade your quality, whether it's your products or your videos or your music. Always keep that in mind.
So I can speak on the advice I would give someone. That was a question, correct? When Cookie was talking.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be back when she gets
Yeah,
ready.
situated. So for me, the advice I would give someone who's looking to start a business is kind of similar to how I said mine came from my parents' business, and it was like I turned it into something that became like my own passion. I think that whenever you start a business, especially in the beginning, if you're not inheriting a business or you're not financially set up to just start just buy a McDonald's, you need to find something that people can correlate your business to you. So it doesn't make sense to, and I mean, some people do it and they take off with it, but it's not like I said, using myself as an example, selling hair. The 9 times out of 10, if you see me with some hair on, it's for like a day. Like I wear braids, I wear my natural hair. If I wear weave, it's very like,
Yeah.
it's very like far in between. Like I don't wear a weave every single day. So it's not to say that I couldn't do it and successfully do it. It's just that I didn't feel comfortable selling something I couldn't promote on my own. So on the other hand, now that I've rebranded, like I said, everything I do and wear is all my own for the most part. Like of course you still have outside stuff that you wear and stuff, but it's like I can literally sit here and say there's nothing that I sell that I don't use of my own. So I think that's a good thing to remember when starting, and also take your time. When I started my business, I was in such a rush. When I thought about it, I was like, "Oh, I got this idea. I want to make it happen." It was like a hair show coming up. I wanted it to be all ready to go by that date, and I didn't give myself any time to like plan, prepare, get money together. So it just looked a mess. Like looking back on it, it was just everywhere. And I gave the same advice to other friends, and I've seen them kind of do the same thing. Like they still got started faster than they should have. Because it's like once you have this vision, you just want to see it take off. You just want to see it in the works, and that's what motivates you. Once it's out there and you see people like noticing you and stuff, it keeps you going. But like you said, when you're lacking sales or support, it starts to like kind of weigh down on you. It starts to discourage you from what you really wanted to do. Um, so I would just say take your time, pick something that relates to you, that you're actually passionate about, that you can actually take a genuine interest in. It's no point in selling something that you don't know nothing about. That if people giving you feedback on it, you can't relate because you don't use it or wear it or eat it or drink it yourself. So yeah, and then I would say pick a mentor, pick a few people to relate to. If you can reach them and talk to them and ask them about their startup. But if you can't, I have like fake mentors. I would say that like celebrities are people who I look up to in the way they run their business, and I just kind of refer to them whenever I have a new idea. Like I want to do something. Let me see how their layout is, and I'll check a few, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I like this kind of format. And you pick those people, and you start to use those same tools and concepts to kind of build your own dream. So you learn from their mistakes. One thing that you don't want to do is just start it, ask for people's advice, and not take it because people not gonna want to help you no more. It's like I tried to help you, you didn't listen, now you done messed it up, and you looking for me to fix it. So that, and for my social media, I use Instagram mostly. I use Facebook a little bit as well, but I think word of mouth is key. I think participating in like events. I've hosted a pop up shop. I was supposed to have one next Saturday, but I had to cancel it because of all the COVID restrictions now. So I'm looking to try to transition into a virtual pop up shop. But just exposing yourself. Always carry your business cards with you. Actually, have business cards. I know so many people have businesses that don't have business cards. That makes no sense. Have business cards. And don't feel discouraged that people aren't liking your posts, aren't following your page. I kind of honestly have stopped promoting my page for people to like it. I just post my stuff and tag my page in it. I don't even really try to push the whole follow my page thing because as long as you're following me, you'll see stuff from my business regardless. You're gonna always see stuff from my business. So yeah, that's my
Okay. Okay. I think that's really good advice. That's really good advice. That's really good. Let me ask let me ask you this. Ariel, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Okay. Okay. That's great. Now, certain people have first off, let me explain to you what I believe. I believe that black businesses is a very essential part of the key to black prosperity. I believe shopping black, buying black, having black owned businesses, and black entrepreneurs, I think that those are a very vital part of black empowerment. And I try to promote that all the time. I don't currently have a business, but I try to go shop at other black owned businesses. Um, I try to promote black owned businesses and things like that. So I do my part as far as that's concerned. Now, one concern that a lot of people have with black owned businesses is that they're too expensive. What would you to say to people who say black businesses are too expensive?
I would say um, people have a right to charge what they want to charge. So even if what I paid for the product was $1 and I want to charge $50 for it, I have a right to that. However, from the other perspective as a business owner, you have to be reasonable with yourself and you have to, she said she in a car so she won't be heard. Okay. So
Okay.
you have to be reasonable with yourself. You have to be realistic. When you're starting something, if you don't have a name that's going to carry those numbers, be smart. Start off smaller because the whole point of starting a business, and you'll hear a lot of people who are actually successful today, even people who don't have businesses, people who are comedians, celebrities, actresses, whatever, they always talk about the struggle of getting started and how whatever they had going on didn't really fund their lifestyle in the beginning. So when you start a business, you have to realize that yes, you're using it as a second source of income, but for those first few years, you're not gonna see that income. You actually probably gonna be putting everything you make back into that business, or you should be. So I think that if you're looking to support a black business and you know that this business provides quality, the person, and you're genuinely trying to support, you just should support it. Like we pay what we want to pay for what we want. That's what it comes down to. Like black businesses are no different. At the end of the day, we go through a lot more to get our products to out there on the market because we don't have the same storefronts. We don't get the same funding and resources. We don't get um money and stuff from our parents to really fund us. We don't get access to even just business loans and business grants. Before you had all the SBA stuff this year, black businesses were the least funded. So you have to remember that, yes, I'm doing this to make money and this is my business and I can charge what I want, but I'm charging this because it's a reason. I had to spend X amount of dollars to get it here to you today. And then I had to put time and effort into, fixing it up, rearranging it. It takes so much to do certain things for a business and people just don't understand. Meanwhile, you'll look at someone like Walmart, like, oh, they only charge $2. Well, Walmart is a big corporation. They got enough money that as a business, when you buy stuff in wholesale, it's always cheaper. You always find it with anything, just like at McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's and you get a large drink, it's $1 versus a small drink, be like 150 or $1 as well. So in America, everything is based around the more you buy, the more you save. So with a small business, we don't get to buy 1,000 of one thing to save that extra money. So everything we're buying is in small quantity to sell back to our communities. And then that costs us more. So we have to charge more for it. But like Cookie said, you also get what you pay for. I don't agree with that all the way because some businesses I feel like just be charging because they know they can and other people charge that. But you do get what you pay for. If you know that it's a reputable business, I say support them. Go for it. They charging that for a reason.
Oh,
I commented in the chat. I'm in the car, so it's loud. So somebody can read what I see from my comment. It kind of goes along with what you said, Tierra. Like you pay for what you get for.
Oh yeah, I said I pop up, but I didn't read all of it. Okay, I'll read it. Cookie said, I feel you get what you pay for. Start off small.
fuck. Hold on, people. Hold on. Damn. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Okay. No, 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 no. No, let me copy copy that. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on for just one small second. Zoom just kicked me out, so I'm not gonna end the thing right now. I'm gonna work to get them back as fast as possible for you all. Just give me one small second. I gotta hit up my tech support guys to help me get them back as fast as possible. Yeah. Hold on for 1 second, people. I don't know. Zoom has the thing where you can only be on Zoom for 40 minutes. So we've been on for a little bit longer than 40 minutes because we were on before the thing, before we started recording live. So it's only 36 minutes right now. Cookie is coming right back on. I just sent her the new link, so they're going to be on in a few seconds. But to add to what she was saying, I've said that before in a couple of my things. You're gonna have to have it's a sacrifice kinda, because they don't a small black business does not have the access that a Walmart or a super big billion-dollar corporation has. So they're not gonna get like, if I'm gonna give an example. If I was selling apples and I sold like 3 apples $1, right? Um, I'm getting that because um, I'm getting that because that's the most I can get, and I'm selling it because I need to sell it at a certain price in order to. I need to sell at a certain price in order to get a profit off of it. Now, a billion-dollar corporation like um, Walmart or a grocery store or something like that, they can get apples in like truckloads. So they can sell. I'm sorry, they're coming back. They're coming back soon. So they can sell apples. They can sell like $6. They can sell six apples per dollar, and I can only sell half that because I don't have the access to the apples like Walmart or another grocery store or something like that. But it's important to make the sacrifice. Yeah, you could get more apples for the same price, but it's important to. Okay, they're coming back now. There they are. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't think it would take that long. They're getting. It's important to help me to support my business because Target, Walmart, they're not going to support the community. They're not going to build the economics in the community. The black businesses, a black person with a black business who's starting up, we will. We do what we can, and it's up to the community to support us because we don't have it like they do. So that's why you might see sometimes Walmart or something might have the same item for a lower price than you would find at your local black owned business. And that's really difficult because a lot of the times black owned businesses, and I don't have one per se, but I know a lot of people who do have some, and they tell you the fees that they have to pay, the loops that they have to go through, all the licensing that they have to have, everything about their business needs to be 100% legit. So they have to go through a lot of stuff, and they're trying to make it the the purpose of a business is to sell something and get a profit off of it. So if they have to sell it at a higher price, it's because they're getting it at a higher price than their white counterparts, than um like Walmart or Ultra Foods or whatever. They're getting their items, their supplies at a higher price than their competitors, so they have to sell it at a higher price to even make the same percentage of profit, or sometimes less, many times less. Many times I used to work at I used to work a lot of places. I used to work at McDonald's, and the ingredients that they sell, like you have your McDouble, McChicken, whatever, the small amount of lettuce and then the mayonnaise and all that stuff, those literally the amount those cost cents. So they're making like a good 75% profit off of each sandwich that they make. If I start my own restaurant, I'm not gonna make a 75% profit off of a burger. And they sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of burgers a day. I'm not gonna make 75%. I would be lucky if I made a 50% profit off of a dish or a burger or something like that. They almost make well, not their iced tea, but they almost make 100% profit off of their sweet drinks, off of their cokes and their sprites. That's
Yeah.
almost 100% profit. That
And
literally
you
cost
got to
them
think too,
change.
they're contracted with these people. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like we just with law school, that's something that I read a lot about in cases. A lot of these big businesses are contracted with their vendors, so they have a set price that they're paying for years. Like it doesn't go up until that contract term expires, and then they redo the contract. So a lot of times, what they're paying, it don't go up with inflation like ours is. Like when I was selling hair, my vendor changed prices on me so many times in 1 year. Like literally throughout the year, it used to fluctuate. And that became a part of the reason I stopped as well. It just became too inconsistent. I'm like, I can't keep changing my price list on people. They're not gonna like that. So I had to take a loss every time they went up because I'm like, dang, I just, like I just put this price list out.
Okay. No, no, I'm glad that you touched up on that. I was just trying to like keep the audience entertained. I'm thank you for everybody that did stick in. Stick in. If you guys can leave this a like, I very much so appreciate it. But
Yeah.
that's one of the and that's something that now what I tell people, spend your money wisely. If you feel like somebody is ripping you off, like there's some people who will sell you something, and I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm like as black first and pro black as I can think of, there's been black people who have ripped me off when I've tried to
Hmm.
buy black from them. There was this one time, this dude he told me he made his own documentary. I'm like, okay, he's like a small black film owner or whatever. So he sold me his DVD, and it was a DVD. It had a cover and everything. But when I went to play it, it was a mixtape. So I was like, okay, well, he just kind of ripped me off there. So spend your money wisely. Don't just any black person who says, "Hey, I'm doing something." Don't just give them money. But if they have a legit business, if they have a legit service that they do, then you should try to support them because that's what other communities do. And this isn't to throw any shade or anything like that, but just in comparison, when a Hispanic person needs a service done, when they need plumbing, electrical work, anything like that, they go to other Hispanics. They prioritize. They will spend more money with Hispanics than they would if a black person offered the same service cheaper. And I'm not even. I can't even blame them for that because that's their group and they're staying in their group. That's group economics. If um if I was, let's say, if a Chinese person wanted to get some Chinese food and a black person was selling some Chinese food, they would almost avoid the black person all in like total. They would never
Yep.
shop. You would never ever see a black owned Chinese restaurant anywhere near Chinese people. That they would first off find that very disrespectful and they would never
No,
shop
they
there.
would definitely have a problem with you.
Now, even if the black Chinese restaurant was cheaper than a Chinese restaurant, I say Chinese than a Chinese owned Chinese restaurant, they would still go to the Chinese owned Chinese restaurant because that's their people and they're supporting their people.
Mm-hmm.
And they will prioritize supporting their people even if it costs them more money.
Yep.
Black people have an issue with we don't want to support another black person unless there's something beneficial in it for us, unless we're getting something as a discount, which is kind of why I have an issue when people say, "Oh, black-owned businesses are a little too expensive," because most of the black-owned businesses that I've been to, and I can't speak for every black-owned business everywhere, but most of the ones that I've been to, they don't charge a crazy amount higher than their competitors do. They try to stay
Right.
within that range. They don't charge like 50% more. But the people who say that, they tend to have a complaint because they feel like if I'm a black person and I'm buying from a black person, I'm supposed to get like this black discount. And you shouldn't be asking for a discount even if you are a black person or if you know the person. There's family members that who do services for me. There was this one guy, he I'm a tag him in the video. I was stranded. There's been a couple times my car. I have bad luck with cars, guys. I was stranded on the road, and I didn't have the tools. My tire got messed up. I didn't have the tools to get myself out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy came. He owns this tire shop, and he fixed it free of charge, completely free of charge. If I had cash, I would have gave him some, but he fixed it free of charge. He gave me his card, and now I am going to. He told me his prices for his tools and stuff like that. I'm gonna buy my tools from him, even though some I looked on his his thing. Some of his tools are a little bit more expensive. I can get them cheaper someplace else, but because this is a black owned tire shop, this dude has helped me out. I'm going to spend more money. I'm going to make this the sacrifice. I don't even call it a
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice really. I'm going to
Decision.
yeah, I'm making the decision to spend more money, even if it costs a little bit more, to help him out because he deserves it. He deserves it more than Walmart deserves it, or AutoZone, or any other auto parts store. So you do have to make those sacrifices sometimes. Don't let people finesse you. But if something's a dollar or two more, it's not really. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal if it's only like a little bit more.
I
Because
agree.
I'm sorry, I have family members who do stuff for me. I have one dude. He fixes my like brakes anytime I need it done. He does my oil and stuff like that. I pay him full, however much he says it's worth. I don't say, hey man, I've known you for 10 years, which I have. I've known you for 10 years. The dude who cuts my hair, I'm like, hey man, I grew up with you, man, which I have. I don't ask him for a discount because I know him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If he says it's $10, I'll give him $15. I give my
Yeah,
barbers tips
As you
because I
should. You
know
should
them.
always tip anyone who provides a service on you.
So yeah, I've been talking for a little bit. I'm gonna let you speak if you have anything to say.
No, you're doing great. It was something. Oh, in regards to black businesses as well, I think from an entrepreneur and a consumer standpoint, please be mindful that although you are a black business, you do not have to conduct yourself in the typical stereotypical black manner, where it's like a lot of people have this negative connotation of black businesses that yes, they're overpriced, but they're always unprofessional. They open up when they feel like it, they pick their own hours, they rule, terrible customer service. And the crazy thing is it's not 100% true. I would say probably 50-50. I've definitely dealt with some black businesses. And I think we see it more in the food industry, especially in Chicago, where you have some of the more prominent, and that's the crazy thing to me. A lot of the black businesses that people complain about are the ones that are doing the best. Like the ones that they like, oh, they so ghetto, or they so this, they so that, but they the ones making money. So it's like it's something to look at to take away from that, but it also is something to try to avoid. Like I don't ever want to be that business that someone is online. Like her customer service was terrible. I had this issue. She couldn't help me. She said, "So what? Figure it out." Like that's not my goal.
And me and one of my ships, we talk about this often because she's kind of the person I call when I need not even business advice. She has a business degree, but she's super into marketing. So I call her when I have ideas because I have a lot of them. So I can't just sit in the house and talk to myself. So I talk to her. She give me input. I run my ideas by her. She tell me, yeah, no, whatever, and give me some feedback on what I should probably do instead. Or if she love it, we roll with it and make it happen. But we were talking about this, and I was just explaining to her how I really want my business to be professional, whatever. And I guess that's kind of like the white people business concept essentially. So she was
The
saying
white
to
people.
like she was saying to like steer away from trying to make my business like them. Like, we are different for a reason. Like we do things the way we do them for a reason. And like we kind of agree to disagree on this because I do get her concept. Like, why do I want to be like someone, another group of people who don't necessarily support or who have not necessarily helped me get where I am? But it's not, for me, it's not about being like them, because you could look at all these predominantly white owned businesses and they're not professional either, because they got people working in them who not professional. They got managers that's not professional, supervisors that's definitely not professional. But that's not how I want my business to be. My parents, their barber school, they had a uniform requirement. Even in their shops, they had to wear a suit and tie every day. Well, a white button down, black dress pants, and a tie. And it was something that a lot of people did not like. They wanted to be able to work in the barbershop wearing whatever they wanted to wear. And then the same thing with the school. They wanted to feel like they could be casual, like they could be chilling and hanging out. But it allowed for a more professional environment that catered to everyone. Even though they would have dress down days. I think on like Sundays they would wear like they football jerseys. Like it wasn't an everyday thing. But he wanted a certain demeanor. And that's kind of where I get my idea of having professionalism from, because I get it. You are what you attract. So if you allow your business to be sorry. If you allow your business to be, looking like anything, people gonna treat it like anything. They're gonna treat your employees like anything. They're gonna feel like you put this out there first, so I'm just reciprocating. And if you put your foot down in the beginning, like, look, I'm trying to have things order, and working in an organized manner, people gonna respect that, and they either gonna shop with you or they not. But it's all about who you trying to get. In the beginning, I used to want any business I could get. I used to want any customer that would come to my way, because I wanted my business to grow. I wanted it to expand. I wanted to make that sale. But then I got to a point where I had to stop sacrificing myself and my time for other people because they were inconsiderate. People hitting you up in the middle of the night like, I need hair tomorrow morning. I got work. I still got a regular job. I still got school. I can't just drop everything and come bring it to you. And people who like, oh, I want to do, like, do you deliver? Do you drop off? Do you, like, this world has become so accustomed to getting what they want, how they want it, when they want it, that it's hard for Black businesses to provide, because people forget we still have jobs. We still got to feed. This is crazy. We still have to feed our families. We still have to feed our needs, our bills, and everything. Our business is not doing that. So I can't give you everything you need at every given moment when you ask for it, because it's not available. So that's just kind of like what I want to go from there. Like what I wanted to get off. The last thing that I had to say is just be mindful as a consumer and an entrepreneur that your image is everything. And if you don't want a certain type of customer, you don't give that type of business.
Now, to touch on what you say, um, about you as a customer, because like said, I don't have a business, but as a customer, you are gonna have to understand the conditions of the business that you're trying to shop with. Like, for instance, my barbers. Sometimes when I need a haircut, I'll text my barber. I have cut my hair, and I know them personally. I've known them for years. Um, there's there's only two people, and sometimes those two people, especially right now with COVID and everything, they're not available because they have other jobs too. One of them is a full-time barber, but the other one isn't. um they have sometimes he might be out of town. Sometimes he might be doing his other jobs. I'll wait. If I text him, I'm like, I need a haircut. Can you get me by Saturday? If I want it done Thursday, I might have to go Saturday morning or Friday whenever. Sometimes I'm gonna have to just like try to taper myself up because I'm not going to break the bond or commitment that I have with my barbers and then be all like, oh, I'll just go someplace else. Where I stay, there's like at least 10 barbershops within like a 20-minute drive. Within a 20-minute drive, there's like 10 barbershops. I don't go to them. I go to two people that I know. If they are not available, then I cannot get my hair cut. So if I want one, I'm not gonna just drop in and be like, hey, can you cut my hair? I'll text them a couple days ahead. Like, do you think Thursday at 4 o'clock you'll be free? And you sometimes you do have to plan because you have to understand, especially when they're small and if they're doing it on the side, that means that their main income is coming from someplace else. So you have to kind of you have to keep that in mind when you're planning things out. There was another thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, about being professional. That is one I think huge business when it comes to black people because I'm a black person who tries my absolute best to support black owned businesses, but I don't want to spend my money into a business that I think isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna tell you a story. I mentioned this on my last live. I'm gonna be brief. There was a restaurant I used to make.
Can I interrupt you really quick?
Yeah.
I have something going on right now, so I'm going to walk out, but I'm still on here. It's just I won't be able to answer no questions because my connection is bad outside of my apartment.
Okay. Okay.
That's all. I just wanted you to know. I'm not
Okay.
leaving. I'm finna join in on my phone.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm just say the story, and if you can hear me, you know. So on my thank first off to all the people who are liking and all the people who are sharing. I want to personally thank you very much because the likes, so you know, with the algorithm, the likes help people get find the channel. The likes help the channel grow and help more people see the channel. So the more you like, the higher it'll get on the algorithm, and the more people get to come in, and the more comments you leave too. So please leave all your comments; they're very much so appreciated. But as far as being professional, E Reed, thank you for coming back. There's a lot of businesses that have somewhat good services. The services are good, but their business, their customer service, their business is not professional. From the building to the uniforms to the customer service to upgrading the menu, and that's why I said earlier in the broadcast, you always need to be improving on your quality. You need to be if I'm starting off and we all just wearing black shirts because we can't afford a uniform, then once you make it to a certain level, then you have to have a uniform for everybody. If you have a restaurant or something like that, have a uniform for everybody. Um, Upgrade the business. Have like lights and things that attract people in the building. You know, upgrade them. I've seen good businesses, good product from businesses, and the building looks like it's 100 years old. They haven't done any maintenance or any fixer uppers or whatever. They haven't fixed the build, touched the building. Appearance is everything too. When you walk into a building, you get a sense of what type of business this is. If you walk into a building and you see like tiles coming up off the floor and you see like paint coming off the walls or whatever, you like, okay, this looks like an amateur business. If you see every employee wearing different clothes, there seems like there's no uniform, no nothing. Sometimes I've been in, and this isn't to shame black businesses, but sometimes I've been in there. Some people are wearing like the fishnets for their hair. Some people aren't. Some people are wearing the slip shoes. If you guys have worked in the food service, like you worked fast food or you worked at a restaurant, you know certain shoes you have to wear when you go back because it gets slippery back there, so you don't slip and fall. You have certain non-slip shoes that you have to wear. Um, when I go to the business, when I go to those specific businesses, not many, but they wouldn't have those shoes. It would just be like a whole bunch of people coming together and said, okay, let's make this work. There has to be a plan, a short-term plan and a long-term plan. The I can't speak. The short-term plan is, okay, we don't have this right now. We don't have enough money to redo the building, to fix all the lights, to fix all the paint, to get a new paint job and new uniforms, and to upgrade the menu. So we'll stick with these chicken sandwiches or barbecue or whatever we do for now. Everybody will just come in wearing like a white t-shirt or something like that, and we'll slowly progress up. That's what you could do. First off, I would recommend that you start your business with like at least 3 times the amount that you need when you're preparing your business. Don't start your business like, okay, this is just enough and now I'm gonna start. You need some money over. You need some more money for the extra stuff. Because like she's saying, appearance matters. When somebody walks in, you don't know, this might be your most loyal returning customer. He or she might spread the word and give you 100 more customers. They might be loyal to you. There's only I'm not gonna say there's only one customer that does that, but there's one customer that can make or break your business, and he or she needs to be impressed when they walk in. They need to walk in. If there's smooth food, I can't speak right now. If there's food, they want to smell the food when they walk in the door. Like, oh, that smells good. They want to see everything look nice and clean. They want the staff to be professional. I understand some people might be in their upset moods, but people already have the notion that black businesses, they always have attitudes and they're mean and grumpy. You need to be the nicest, most professional, friendly customer service or waiter, waitress, whatever that there ever is. And that will have people coming back. Plus the quality of the food. You always have, everything you do needs to be at the best it can be. Even if you're starting off small, be the best you can be small, and then keep working your way up. Keep working your way to where you might have one business. It might be small, but you're doing everything personal, everything professional. I mean, everything professional. When you have enough money to get more staffing in another building, you can do that. Another place, you can start a chain restaurant. Harold's wasn't built by somebody starting up a whole bunch of restaurants. It was built by one restaurant and then another restaurant and another restaurant. There's no, McDonald's wasn't even built like that. When they started McDonald's, they didn't start a million McDonald's at the same time. It started with a few right here. Then people went to those. Then people went to the ones that they opened up again. I don't know why I can't talk right now, guys. It starts off small, and you have to have a vision and a plan to how you get bigger. But when you are small, don't think because you're small means you can be any less professional than if you were big. Do not make that mistake. Don't make that mistake of showing up late, of canceling orders, sending messed up packages, or doing sloppy work. Do not make that mistake. When you're small, you need to be as professional as you can possibly be. You need to be more professional when you're small, because those returning customers are going to make or break your business. When you're small, you don't have a lot of customers. You don't have a lot. You might have like a decent size to make you, but you can't really afford to lose anything. I used to work. I keep saying. I used to work at Kmart, not Kmart, Target. I used to work at Target. Target can afford to lose a lot of customers because they have a lot of customers always coming in every day. If there's a customer who's like, I'm never going to shop at Target again, Target won't notice. Target will not notice. Walmart won't notice because they have so many more customers. They can afford to lose some customers. You, as a small business, you cannot afford to lose customers like that. So that's why you need to be more professional than them. Let me pop this open real quick and a little drink. I want to thank you guys again. I want to thank you guys again for staying in here, liking and sharing. Please subscribe. Before we go off, I'm gonna share you guys their information if they would like to, their Instagram, their business Instagram and stuff like that, or their personal if they want to. Okay, no. She don't want you guys in her DMs like that.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
No, I was talking to the audience because before in my other broadcast, I would allow my guests to share their information in case people wanted to get in contact with them or whatever. If they
Oh
want to,
yes.
if they choose to, you do not have to if you don't want to.
Sure. I'm sorry, my goddaughter's turned 1 today, so they
Oh,
mama
happy
had to
birthday!
FaceTime me in for their birthday party. So that's what I was like, I had to get on the phone. But yes, my Instagram is at underscore Kiwi. So it's KEYWI. And then from there you'll see my business pages on my bio. Just because they're no longer to spell. That's probably the best way to get in contact with me. I check my Instagram more than any of my other social medias. Other than that, I'm on Facebook as Kiera Williams. KIERRA. And my last name is
Okay,
Williams.
I'm sorry. You said KEYWI.
Yes, like a
Okay,
key and then WI. But it's an
okay.
underscore first.
Oh, underscore first. I'm sorry. Let me
Yes.
because I just put it in the chat. So if you guys want to, please support our sister. And can you remind everybody what you do again for the people just
Um,
coming in?
I'm a law student, but right now I'm a law school student right now, but I have a business. It's a cosmetic company. It's called Q Lux. And then I host pop-up shops as well. So it'll become a separate business. But right now it's branched through my current business.
Okay. Um, a couple final questions. I don't want to keep you. I know your goddaughter just turned 1. You're trying to celebrate. What would you say is the biggest mistake that that small businesses make? What would you say? What do you think from your experience is one of the main reasons, if not the main reason, why small businesses don't make it?
I think a lot of small businesses don't stick to one focus. A lot of people, especially this year, I feel like they start something and because they don't feel like it's taking off the way they expected it to, or the way they want it to, or the way they see someone else's, they start to try to find new avenues to like expand their business into. So it'll go from, oh, I was selling t-shirts to now I'm cooking and now I'm doing lip gloss. Like they just start jumping around trying to get money by
Mm-hmm.
any means necessary, which is it's cool, but no, sometimes you gotta pick something, you gotta stick to it, and you gotta put your all into it because once you give it all that you got, you'll start to see the return from it. It don't come overnight. So
Mm-hmm.
be patient and pick a focus.
Okay. Be patient and pick up. So if you're doing hair and you might sometimes branch off into maybe a little maybe makeup or something like that. You might do that. But if you're
Right.
doing hair, don't do hair and say, okay, I'm doing hair and taffy grapes and I'm doing
Yeah. I know
hair
a
and I
lot of
also
people who
babysit
do
on
it,
the
but
side. Don't.
it's about I babysit on the side. Yeah, no. If it's something that you like to do for fun, it's cool to do it here and there. Like my cousin, she does hair, and like once she always cooking, so people are always asking about the food. So she made like some plates, and she sold them, but that's not something that it's not a business for her. It's just something she did one time for fun, and that was that. Like it was never like a everyday. This is my new side hustle type thing. So
Mhm.
sometimes you got to focus on what you set your heart out on first and make that blow up. Then you can start reaching into other areas because you can't focus on everything 100% if you're doing too many things.
I would like to advise people too. There's a difference between having a side hustle and having a business.
Yeah, what's up?
Even if it's a small business, it's a difference. Now, I don't judge people who have side hustles and I don't judge people who have businesses, but don't call your side hustle a business.
Please
Yeah,
don't.
don't call your side if
If
you
you're not
like.
gonna make it an actual
No.
business and stick to it, and yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Um this like yeah, a business is going to take commitment and time. Even if you're doing it part-time, the the goal of a part-time business is to eventually become a full-time business. That's what you're supposed to be aiming for when you start a part-time business. A hustle is just an activity that you do for extra cash. So let's say you're a part-time barber. You cut hair when somebody needs it, or you do somebody's hair or makeup on the side when they need it sometimes. That's a little hustle. A business, you have a building, you have a team. Hopefully, you have other people on a payroll, or if you do it yourself, like you're an entrepreneur and you do independent work like plumbing or electrician, you have cards to give, you have a website for people to go to. Those are things that make you a business. You have taxes and stuff like that you file. Those are business things. There's a side hustle thing and there's a business thing. There's nothing wrong with either one, but don't confuse the two, because you'll have people like, support my business. I'm trying to start a business. I'm trying to start a business. Support this. No, you're not really doing anything like a business. You're doing a side hustle. I can support a side hustle too, but don't confuse that with businesses, because that's kind of what brings the black owned business name down, is because a lot of people have like side hustle mentalities and they try to
Right.
step into the business world and they kind of ruin the reputation of the black business world. That's a lot of I've seen that a lot. Like I have my business and like no, it's not a business.
Mm.
It's not a business. It's a side hustle. So but it's
Very much
fine to
so.
do either one. Maybe you might. There's some people who might do a side hustle and realize, okay, you know what? I can actually do something bigger with this. I can become a business. But once you want a business, you need to start thinking about the long term. Okay, how am I gonna get a building? How am I gonna get some people on my payroll? How am I gonna get what do I need my not CDLs? I keep thinking of CDLs. What is it? LLC? Something like that. I don't know. Your license for whatever you do. Because when you're an actual business and you have a business account and business taxes and all that stuff, you need paperwork and you need licensing to do those things.
Like I said, permits.
Well, I'm not gonna keep you all night. I'm kind of gonna wrap
Mm.
this up a little bit in a few minutes. Is there anything that you would like to say? Is there anything that you would like to say? Any final words that you would like to say? Now you guys have right here. Her Instagram is underscore KEYWI. So you guys please
Yes.
check her out. I'm gonna follow you once we're done with this. But check her out on
Yes.
Instagram.
Please.
You said
Um.
you do something on Facebook too.
Oh yeah, it's just my real name, but Instagram is the best bet. I'm telling you, I don't check anything else as much as I check Instagram. So just DM me and I'll get back to you if you really
Okay.
like any have any questions, any information, want to know another social media. DM me on Instagram and I'll give it to you.
Eh,
Um, no, what were you about to say?
I was about to say, please don't, guys, please don't be hitting her up talking about, hey, what you doing? Don't be
Yes,
blowing her
don't.
phone up trying to flirt
I don't
now.
live in Chicago either,
She
so
she ain't even in
I'm not
Chicago,
free to
guys.
leave. So, but no, for real, I would tell anybody who has a business idea to pray on it, think on it, and manifest it. Make it happen. It's possible. Be patient. I don't have a lot of patience, so that's something that I suggest everybody to learn to develop over time. It takes time, and also learn from every business venture that you take on. So if you do, like, for example, I held my first pop up shop in July. Well, technically, I had it when I held my launch party, but my biggest pop up shop was in July. So every time you're doing something, you should take something away from that event to do better the next time. It should never be like, that was perfect and that's it. No, because a lot of people gave me great feedback, but I felt so discouraged and I felt so disappointed in myself because I knew what my vision was. And I don't feel like it played out to my in my favor because the day of it rained. My pop up shop was supposed to be from noon to 5. It rained from like noon to 2 o'clock. So I
Wow.
was heated and it was outdoors. But every all the vendors were so supportive. They still stuck around. People still came out and shop. Like a lot of vendors sold out. It was crazy. It went really well. But yeah, I would say, take that leap, whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be a business. And also remember that everybody not made to be a business owner.
That's
You
definitely so.
can work for a good company and get great benefits and do just as well, if not better than some entrepreneurs. So don't think just because you working for somebody else that's belittling. No, like, we've all, well, most of us, I've worked for other people. I still work for other people. Every day you working for somebody as an entrepreneur, you working for your customers. And that's what people don't think about. They think I'm working for myself. No, you working for the people that fund your business because you wouldn't have it without them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Thanks for
Kiera.
having me.
I want to say one thing too. She's absolutely right. Like, it doesn't have to be a business. I know some people are trying to start a YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow mine. Some people are trying to start theirs. I know some people who do music, who do art and stuff like that. You can reach out to other people who are. Everybody's not necessarily your competition. Just because you do music doesn't mean that you can't reach out to other people who do music and get some advice from them. I've done that. I've reached out to other YouTubers and they've told me what they've done. You can reach out to other people who do music or other people who sell drinks or do cosmetology or
Yep.
do art or whatever, and you can get their advice. You might be able to even work on a project together. You might be able to do a song together or a video together or something like that together. So networking is a very key part of growing anything, whether it's a business, especially a business, especially whether it's a business, whether it's music, whether it's food,
I'm
whether
telling
it's
you.
a channel,
Even when
anything.
you at the
Networking is
club
very
having
important.
business cards on you.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Even when you at the club having business cards on you. I had girl up in me because I did my makeup with my own stuff like a week ago when we went out here. And they're like, "You do makeup? I need that." And I don't do makeup, but I sell it. They follow me with shopping. You know, like you literally never know where you at. People always, and promote yourself. Wear your own stuff. Be biggest fans. You have to. Ain't nobody
Mm,
gonna want to see something or buy something from you, don't see you win.
yeah, promote yourself. Be consistent with it. It's not gonna. Most of it is not gonna take off like super fast. You're not gonna reach 100 sales, 100 views, 100 followers the next day. Most of the time, some people do, but most of the times it doesn't. Sometimes I know some people personally who have other YouTube channels that are bigger than mine. And they started later than me, and grown followers and subscriptions and stuff like that before me faster than I can. I'm happy for him. I'm not looking at myself like, man, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not growing as fast as he is? You can't do that. You can look at them and be like and ask for their advice, but everybody will grow at their own rate. Just because you don't take off at the same rate somebody else will, doesn't mean that you won't take off. You might take off bigger than them. They might reach their peak before you. Don't hope that. Hope that they get big. Hope that they become successful. But sometimes you might need your own pace. Sometimes you might start off at a slower pace. Somebody said next time we build a Black Wall Street, we must protect it. Absolutely, we must protect it. And I want to have another broadcast specifically about like Black Wall Street and what we need to do to build Black Wall Street. The purpose of this video was for the small business owners, for people who have business ideas. So I'm allowing them to hear from these ladies, and they've had their own business for a couple years now. So they're giving you the do's and don'ts about being a business owner. But we will talk about Black Wall Street. I'm glad you brought that up. Um, Kiera's Instagram is in the chat room. Also, Cookie's Instagram is in the chat room too. So if you guys are interested, if you guys have any more questions for them, you guys can follow them, ask them questions, shop with them, do business. Please don't go into their DMs trying to slide, trying to be a player. Don't do that, please, guys. Because then they're gonna get mad at me. They ain't gonna want to come back. Don't do that. I want them to come back.
I'm not gonna get mad. I probably just won't respond. No, I'm just
Yeah,
first of all.
y'all gonna get left on red.
But no, I'm just saying. Okay, I got red receipts on always.
Okay.
But no, seriously, thank you so much for having me. If you need anything else, feel free to reach out to me. Actually, follow me on Instagram so we can connect because I've been talking to you through Cookie. So,
Okay. Yeah.
any future things, just let me know. I'm here.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I want to thank the
Thank you.
I want to thank the audience for your likes. Please drop a like before you leave. I'm wrapping this up. Stay tuned because I have another show coming on Sunday. So stay tuned around 7:30, around the same time. Stay tuned for Sunday's show. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank our lovely guests. And I guess peace out. I need to find an outro. I need to come up with like an outro phrase, but